Welcome back, internet friends, and hello, YouTube friends, for joining us. This is Quest and Cthulhu. We are playing Call of Cthulhu. Awesome. We have, we want to, at the beginning of every episode, we want to highlight an APA content creator who's doing awesome stuff. And this time, I'm gonna cheat. Nick says I should just do the same one I always do, but we're gonna cheat. We're gonna do that, but we're also gonna do a new one, and that is the community manager for Roll20 is Danny. His current Twitter handle is, I think, Danny Kidman, but he is an amazing voice for representation. So it's so awesome to see him being part of Roll20's team. But B, he's also an incredibly goofy, happy guy who has the only dog that I like. He's got this awesome corgi that is super cute. And he is just an awesome guy. He's definitely worth a follow. But then, to go to where I always go, you know it's gonna be GM Connie Chang, who is outstanding. Connie, as part with Asians Represent, is going to be doing I wanna say next weekend, is gonna be doing a whole day of seminars about APA representation. And it's going to be fantastic. I'll put information in the Discord about it, but it is going to be something that's it's going to be on Discord, so it'll hang around. But B, it's going to be something that GMs I think will find super useful. Let's go right to Thomas opening. What's in the box?
What's in the box? Danny's here.
Yes, Danny's here.
First off, Rusty from Swords and Sages now has bat form Rusty.
Free bits.
I need
We
stuff
got Rusty?
to throw at Rusty.
6 free hit points.
Rusty loves himself.
Yes. Not appropriate.
I believe Danielle's writing that story right now.
Very appropriate.
And then we got a box that the
Like,
TSA
you can't make Swords and Sages smut because we were Swords and Sages
It's
smut.
true.
So this is a gift to all of Quests and Chaos.
Whoa!
Holy cow!
What the what?
So,
Wow.
those are gelatinous cube soaps with dice inside.
Nice! Those are outstanding.
And there is enough for everyone to have one of their color choice.
Wow.
Everyone connected. That is
Wait,
QNC.
You made these, Danielle? Where's Danielle's gone?
Danny,
Put
open the
Danielle
window.
back on, Drew.
Open the window. Talk.
Can we eat
Wait,
them?
come in the door here. Come in the door. Come on in.
in.
That is amazing. So you made those? Come on, here, come stand by me. That's outstanding. They can see like half
That's
of it right
epic.
now.
Do you have a purple one? Is there a purple one in there? Oh, purple. Thank
And
you.
then there's
Wait, give me one of these. Let's see here.
So
I'm gonna
there are full size and there are some minis.
look at that.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Oh, it's
I'm
got
just
a
gonna block
key.
this whole. Wait,
Got a key and seashells.
Hey, jerk.
I can't reach that camera. Danielle's in the way.
Sorry.
So yeah, there are like there's a
it's
full
hard
set
to
of
see.
dice in there.
Yeah.
Full set of dice and some other
got
extra
glitter.
bits.
That is
And it's also a really fantastic soap. She's given me one of these before, and it's
it's
really
fantastic until you get to the dice. Man,
Big
It
one and a
starts
little
stabbing you in the hand.
What? How
But
are you
it's-
gonna
it's one of the
that
guys.
is super cool
That
and
is awesome. Thank you,
much
Dan.
less X-rated than I thought it was going to be.
It would be better if there were numbers pressed into the.
We do have to take a bath with these, so I think that fiction writes itself.
Yep.
I don't
Take a
think
bath. That's fine.
I don't think there's anyone anywhere that would be sad if we took baths. I think that's,
Oh, remember Gen Con SoCal? Anyway.
that's where we go hand out the soap.
But yeah, Danny
awesome.
makes some really fun stuff. She also made me this travel mug ages ago for the show that she and I are on together, Roll for Weird.
There you go. That's
Free
super
plug.
cool.
Is there an Etsy shop or
She just makes stuff. I think she has a knitting Etsy shop, or at least used to.
Yeah, hit her up on
No.
Discord if you want something.
There's a bone in here.
Yeah.
Speaking of bones, last episode I gave a content warning that there was going to be some squick stuff with bones and things like that. Didn't really come to fruition because we went in another direction. This episode there will definitely be some dead body related things, possibly some corpophagy.
Corporal what?
Corpophagy.
Fragments?
The eating of poop.
What?
There, who knows what's going to happen, but there could be some, some things. So
Fecal
please
matter.
do what you need to do to keep yourself safe and happy. And players, as always, the X gelatinous cube is right there in the middle of the table if you need it.
Oh, hey, there's even a red and a green.
There you go. Yeah, we can. So
Make every color with that. If it were light additive, never mind. It's not subtractive, it's additive. RGB.
yeah, I think you can make black and kind of
Yeah.
put them together. That's if I remember my color wheel.
But you can,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but you can hold up the red gelatinous cube as the X.
Yeah, we can. This could almost be a Streisand filter. You could almost.
Do it. I need the help.
Man, you and I need more. I need fewer cameras on me. If they had 10 pounds. So last time, the Danes took a train ride, and as usual, something unfortunate happened. They were beset by dead people who wanted the bowls, and some of you weren't sure that was a terrible thing. You've been warned repeatedly by your children to not trust the llama, but you also told them to go get the bowls, and they brought the bowls back.
I did it for me.
You did, yeah. Along with a hand that came up later, or came out later.
I was gonna say,
And there was, on the way to Rajgir, there were several conversations with Tenzin and with the party itself about not trusting each other, not trusting what they're doing, not being sure why they're doing things. Look at the battle map view with the gelatinous cubes there. It looks amazing.
Oh, that's really cool.
Drew could cut that in, I
Yeah,
think.
put that on there for a
Maybe.
sec. The battle cam map. You can see how awesome. That's like a great view of how awesome these things look.
No,
I just put Drew on the side.
I know. Yeah, I was like, oops. Yeah.
Sure.
You can see how cool they look. The one we have a different view the close-up view that looks even cooler, but that view looks very
That's
cool
for us.
as well.
I don't know if that view is programmed.
Yeah. Well, we'll.
That's a D&D view.
Oh, yeah, I can tell. It looks bad. Yeah. So you have found yourself in the city of Rajgir, which you learned last time was the slow bastardization of the name Rajagira, which is the royal city, and which had been built essentially over this charnel ground that you were looking for, Sitavana. And so you started out asking about this, and people didn't know really where it was, and you found out that they had built over it. And so you guys have a hotel in Rajgir, and you were deciding that you were going to go. There were 2 other charnel fields that had been mentioned to you, and you were going to go to the closer one, essentially, which is, the name of it is...
Frank Sinatra, Charnel Ground.
they love Sinatra. It is Velavana. And you've kind of been preparing yourself for what you might see. You know that there are You know they're going to be dead bodies. Hopefully, well, I guess fresh is better than, not so fresh.
Especially since we need skin, apparently.
It's true. Yeah, actually, let's do a rundown of what you need here.
We need a left femur of a young woman for preference, around 15 or 16 years old.
And that would be for the cangling, which is the horn. You also then you need a for the damaru, for the drum, you need a most of a body to make the skull drum. The drum, each head of the drum is a skull. A man, a young woman, and a young man's skull. And then you also need skin for the drum, and a few other things. But those are the main ones you need. And there are sort of descending quality. You could take, if you can't get a girl, you could take the right femur of a 16-year-old boy, so on and so forth. The skin is tricky because most of the skin gets eaten fairly quickly. But the holy men, their bones are not suitable, but their skin is, because the holy men are preserved. When they are buried, they are salt cured, basically, and so their skin is great for the drum. But
that's a little lower on the good, better, best.
Well, fair point.
List.
Fair point. But if you find fresh skin, it has to be treated. The llama has all the skin of the holy man has been pre-treated, which
here you can boil the brains and use that as
that may or may not come up.
if you're gonna do animal hides.
No, I know. I've studied survival stuff.
That's a whole nother podcast. You and Nick talking about when the end times come.
It wasn't even like an end time.
Although
thing.
Thomas has got his prep vehicle ready to go.
It's true.
Yeah.
I was just raised in Alaska, and that's just something you pick up via osmosis eventually.
Yeah, and I was out in the country too.
We have an earthquake kit. Although Rachel was going through our earthquake kit to get rid of the expired stuff, and she's like, "Oh, the cream corn expired," and I was like, our earthquake. Much of our earthquake kit is like the food that we would never eat.
Yeah.
It's like,
I ran across a preparedness kit when I was looking for a first aid kit at the Dream Tech studio, and it was like, these are Navy rations that are designed to not make you thirsty.
yeah.
I laughed really hard when I saw this. I was like, when do you expect to use these? Ever?
Yeah, we have, so we got a backpack, but we also got actually a really, Rachel's very environmental, and we had plastic things of water, and we replaced them with cans. You can get flats that are like, here's 3 weeks of water for 2 people. It's like a flat of cans, drinking, not, don't use it to, you can't. But, so now we have these really heavy flats of cans.
That was, my head went to hope you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I hope you don't have to go anywhere fast.
I'm still waiting for them to get a solar panel charging thing for cars that's just the car cover, so that we can charge our car wherever we go when things happen.
Solar panels, unfortunately, are not that powerful.
Yeah, and not that foldable either.
Yeah.
That's not that fabric-y yet. But yeah, that's the trick. And out here with the weather. But we're getting there. So we head to you hear before you see.
I feel like there's one thing that should be mentioned too. We had our first child of fear show up when we were at the library.
Yes.
That's true. Yes, that's right. You went to the library.
Drop.
Yeah, you had some. One of the children of fear had been in your presence in the library, and you believe it at least took the form of the curator from the museum in Peshawar,
Whose
Mr.
name
Dar.
I never bothered to learn. I know,
Dar.
not now. I am not
Dar.
going to learn his name now.
Yeah.
Nor ever.
Mr. Dar.
Yep,
He's Kid Fear.
Mr. Da.
Kid Fear. Maybe he's given up on the museum and he's just following you guys, like I followed Fish after college. I did not.
I was like, what?
It was the Spin Doctors. So
There you go.
You were
There
a
you go.
fish head?
no.
Spin Doctor.
Roly
I can see
poly
Spin Doctor.
That's even older. So you hear before you even see the calls of carrion birds. As
Oh, we're there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Oh.
It's a pretty easy. There's a essentially you take a train out. You're now northeast of the city. It's kind of rolling bamboo groves, and it's very nice territory until you all of a sudden come over a crest, and before you is an endless plain of bone. There just seems to be no end to this. It's just a field of bones. Carrion birds are wheeling all over, and over to your left you see a fairly recent body that vultures are just worrying at, and there's some jackals that are also going at it.
Are they were jackals? Or
They're not
were?
jackals,
Jackal
but
wears.
don't get bitten by them. That's
What if I bite them?
yeah.
Then
They get dumber.
Then they become jackal wares.
Then
they're a were.
yeah, that's right. I'm a were-human. I turn into a different human at the full moon.
Oh, you're a changeling.
No, I'm a yeah. Well. So you, the smell is not as bad as you thought it was going to be. Largely because these things get cleaned very quickly by the carrion, but it's still not a great smell. And there are this one clearly has a section for Christian burial. There are graves and tombstones and that sort of thing that are behind a little fence. There's a little stone wall that separates that, and then then it's just all the There's the bones, and then there's what I could have done a Thomas with the mouse. There's an ant on my little thing here. There are a few people around. It seems there are over in the section that is that the Indians charmingly call the sky burial section. There is a family who has left a body there, and they are saying their final goodbyes. They
Just walk up and be like, "You guys done with that?"
God, I know.
I mean, well, so Tenzin is. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Grab him by his collar, make sure he doesn't go off.
Yes.
Wait till they leave.
in our faith, we believe that the sky burial offers utility. That our bodies, which are no longer of use to us, can be of use to feed creatures, or to be used in our ritual.
I think maybe 1,000 years ago, but maybe not so much today.
Anybody else want to sip before I put it back?
Nope. I think that I need my head about me right now.
There is.
I'll have a sip.
Everybody can make a spot hidden roll.
You say that like we actually can, but I know better.
Oh, yes.
You know, I
Decent
think it's
chance.
aspirational.
I got a hard success.
All right.
Yeah, hard,
Missed by 2.
Missed by way more than
hard success.
All right, so you two clearly see this family, and then there are two other individuals that are kind of. One is a young, maybe a teenage boy who seems to be some sort of attendant. But what he's doing is going through the bones and breaking up the bones. He has a mallet, and he's breaking the larger bones up into smaller pieces. And he is giving a wide berth to the other person you see, which is a man, a naked man, covered in white paint, maybe, who is crouched in that crouch where your feet are on the ground, and he is looking at bones very intently, and then throwing them towards the attendant, who then is breaking them up. and the attendant is like not acknowledging this guy, and Tenzin let's see. Does
Tenzin, what are they doing?
No!
Tenzin sees
Why would you do that?
Nope, Tenzin. We must be cautious. That is an Agora. That is an Agor. He is a mighty sorcerer who guards this charnel ground.
Of course.
Oh. From what?
Probably us.
Yes.
Oh, well. Wonderful.
So we'll have to have
Although
instruction.
we could perhaps make the case that, we will have a good use for these. He stays here to use he's looking for bones the same as we are to power his rituals.
Well, then why is he tossing them to the person who's breaking them?
Because those bones are not useful.
Oh. Well, that makes sense. I guess.
Well, not useful to him.
Yeah.
Should we make a disturbance?
No.
But I do think that we need to perhaps hurry up. And may I use the mirror?
Of course.
Do we want to do that out here so publicly?
Okay.
I mean, if that person is a powerful sorcerer, won't he know what we're doing?
Well, I could go talk to him and maybe he can give me some more information.
Are we coming towards a stop with the train?
You have kind of stopped.
Okay.
You were walking at this point.
Oh,
You got
okay.
off the train, you were walking. The train does not get near the charnel ground. You walk there. You sort of stopped on the outskirts right before you are at the bone, and you're kind of looking at the whole scene. And you stopped Tenzin from going up to talk to the family.
Yeah. I don't know how to say this nicely, so I'm not going to try. You've not had very good luck with holy people and diplomacy. So let's maybe not piss off the person who's more powerful than we are.
No. I'd love to learn from him. If I come up to them with an open learning, would that work?
Probably not. Look at the color of your skin.
Oh.
You could have said our skin. But,
I'm not going over to talk to him.
Tenzin
Both look pretty
seems.
pale to.
You're very white too.
No, I'm saying he's painted white.
Tenzin is sort of apprehensive about that guy.
So perhaps we need to find another area of the charnel grounds?
Well, I do think it would be worthwhile to. Can't you feel the potential here?
No,
I can think about it.
it's not really our thing.
There is great power here. But perhaps if we offer the sadhu an appropriate offering.
What would be an appropriate offering?
Does he like peaches?
I haven't the foggiest. I haven't talked to him.
I don't know what to do. Do we approach? Do we hide? Come back at night?
Coming back at.
Oh no.
Oh goodness, surrounded by dead bodies in the middle of the night.
And not being able to see what kind of thing bones
Yeah.
is.
Anybody who has a cult can make it an occult roll.
Ha. Nimenya.
Well, I mean,
no.
there's a base.
Well, if you have history,
Oh, that's the thing to roll.
History I can do.
but your limit. This is history. I'm looking for a hard success.
Nope.
No.
It's the same type of.
45 is a regular success for me.
Okay. Would anyone like to spend some luck?
I don't have that much luck.
We could re-roll. We've got a couple.
You've got plenty of bits.
So my history is 65.
Oh.
So in order to get
Mine's
a
50s.
hard success, I'd have to get a 30 or lower. It's a puncher's chance.
I'd
but
rather push the occult roll. What would that involve, though? I wouldn't have to go up to any bones,
Just
would
like,
I? Like what?
I think
I will
you're.
second
Don't want to
you.
get like.
all right, let's do it.
I think you're. Could involve like talking with
The real
Tenzin.
question is, how do I get that sweet mythos?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, I did it. 13.
All right.
That's a hard success, almost
right.
a critical.
So, thinking for some reason in one of the books you read, maybe at the last library, if this guy's a guardian, he's not gonna, he probably stays here.
Yeah.
This is where he gets his food. This is where he gets his.
What do you think he eats?
I'm trying very hard not to think about that.
People bring food here, right? For him?
Yes, there's some right over there, and he points at the body.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. There it is. There it is. I was trying not to think about that, but we are thinking about it. Fantastic. Yes, coming back at night probably won't do a whole lot of good. It will probably get rid of the person who's breaking the bones, but it's not going to get rid of him.
No. We just gotta do this.
I suppose. So, is there another area where sky burials are happening, or is it just in this concentrated area?
So in this field, it looks like there's off to the left because, it looks like off to the left side of it, as far away as possible to the right is the Christian burial stuff.
That's fair.
And in the middle is just the bones.
Right. So why don't we? And I'm saying this quietly.
So you could also talk to the attendant,
We could.
who is probably less.
Insane.
Scary.
Sorceress?
Why don't we wait for the people who are doing their final goodbyes to leave, and then we can go and have a look in the sky burial area, and if we're attended, if the attendant approaches us, then we talk to them.
Everybody make a psychology roll.
That's a critical fail.
That is a hard success.
No.
That's a regular success.
All right. So you are fairly sure that Tenzin is licking his lips as he looks at the bodies. But anybody who made the roll notices that there are two different versions of ignoring you going on. The attendant is pointedly ignoring you. The sadhu is not even aware of your existence. All he's focused on are the bones. And you see he's got a little, he's made a little pile. And everyone's he finds one and he'll put it in that pile.
You can't trust Tenzin.
He doesn't know about dinosaurs, even though he has seen them now.
Now he does.
He knows about them now. There you go.
Now, what if we got dinosaur bones? We should have gone and got dinosaur bones, because imagine the power there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go one of two ways with that. Either time has imbued them with power, or time has leached it. Could go either direction. I'm not sure which way it would go.
Tenzin is as long as the dinosaur died not of natural causes,
I think a good number of them did not die of natural causes.
Being killed by another dinosaur does count as dying of natural causes.
Oh, no, well...
No, that's dinosaur murder.
You have to have a brain in order to commit murder.
But there might be a meteor accident.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
There we go.
Although I don't know if Eugene would know that.
I don't think at this time it's well known, because Tunguska hasn't even really happened.
Well, if someone spent enough time with the mirror, I think they could find out what happened to the dinosaurs.
And went to the Yucatan.
Side quest.
So I'll gesture everyone back a little bit and be like, the attendant is quite aware of us and pretending to ignore us for right now.
Oh, do I get that all as well from the...
Yeah, anybody who made it. The attendant is pointedly ignoring you. The attendant's also quite young, and you're quite white, and so he's probably terrified of what you're doing here.
And then I kind of lean over, and Tenzin has put a lobster bib, but it's got a human body on it.
Oh, now I'm really freaked out.
What?
He's ready to eat that body. I believe it.
Oh.
He looks like Shaq coming around a corner.
I think you might be entirely misreading this, but all right.
Tenzin takes another bite of his peach.
Have we ever seen him eat meat?
No.
Yeah. He's a vegetarian. I don't think you're going to break vegetarianism with human.
It's a gray area.
I'm gonna watch him.
You go right ahead. That's fine.
You find moving on the bones to be somewhat difficult. Shifting ground is not your favorite thing.
Are there any? Can I find paths that are mostly clear of them? Use my cane to like knock them away if I need.
Yeah,
to?
you can start. Yeah, you can find.
I don't mind moving slow
Yeah.
because I'm not going to be helping them.
You're just looking for a place to sit down. You're looking for shade.
Nowhere for
I'm
miles.
thinking this
No, there's the odd tree. Although
the bone tree.
it usually happens that the tree is solitary, but there are definitely trees about.
Don't worry, I have to worry about calcium deficiencies in the soil. I bet. So.
I mean, that would assume that anyone's trying to grow anything here besides. But never mind. I'm going to leave that sentence alone.
So the burial party has left,
Cool.
and like they were kind of shooing away the vultures and stuff, but they've now started in on this as well.
Hey, let's approach the body.
Once they're like out of eyeshot, is it a young person's body? As we get closer.
Is it a young person's body? The person with luck says.
Yeah. The person with no luck asked it, so make me
I
a
need to
luck
stop
roll.
asking questions. I need to stop doing stuff.
Oh, you should join me under the tree.
Yeah, at this point, Eugene, you're sitting under like a nice tree. There's a little bit of shade.
No.
All right, no,
I
this
didn't
is
critically fail, but no.
This isn't not super old, but not young and not as young as you really want. You could probably get skin off of this,
Probably.
That would be awkward. This is the attendant.
How young is the attendant?
The attendant is a young man. Yes.
Okay.
Is he like 16?
I mean, you haven't gotten close to him, but he seems,
I see where he's going with those.
I mean,
I'm saying this to
he's
myself
not.
under the tree, but
If the bones
I'm
are
wondering-
shifty,
He doesn't have a beard.
Just wondering how far you guys are going to take this.
I am not that character in this run.
So when you go near the bodies,
Do you have that book on you? Can I read the book under the tree?
No, it's not on me.
Oh, why would you not keep that book on you?
Why
all
would I
the
keep that
times?
book on me?
Where is it?
where is it?
It's in the hotel.
Why?
Why not?
Why would you leave it with
it's heavy.
a child of fear could...
It's in.
And this is the shouting thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's in a safe place. Just leave it at that.
So, Helen, I don't think any of us are going to be able to speak to the young man except for Tenzin.
Do any of you speak Hindu? Yeah. All right. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna.
And I don't trust Tenzin to go.
So, what should I
Tenzin
say?
will go and sit with you under the tree.
Oh, how uncomfortable. Okay.
What should we ask him?
Well, given the shocking familiarity and comfort with tossing bones around and breaking them, and apparently hoarding them in little piles, I don't know, maybe the truth.
Are you talking to the attendant or the sadhu?
Talking about the attendant, I think.
Yes, we could ask the attendant if we can look for some bones for our ritual. Yes? Yes.
I don't see any way this can go wrong.
All right.
We're doing a
I'll talk to
ritual
him.
and we need bones.
Yes.
Oh, God.
No, I
No,
will go.
I
I will go
don't-
talk to him.
I'm going to stay 30 feet away.
No,
And just
I'll walk up and talk
stay
to him.
back.
Tenzin, sitting next to you, has his staff, his katvanga, with the 3 skulls on it, and he's kind of almost like a dowsing rod. He's like twisting it in his hands, and the skulls are looking in different directions, and he has his eyes closed, and he's just sort of rolling it back and forth in his hands.
I bet it makes that really weird sound.
Yeah, the sound of bone on bone is
I'm gonna have to find another tree at some point.
it's like really bad wind chimes, kind of.
Yeah.
So you go up to the attendant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Does he? He doesn't notice. He's very hard at work. He's got a fairly like a hip bone that he is just trying to mash up with this mallet.
So in Hindustani,
Okay.
I'll approach him and say, "Excuse me."
Make me a Hindu roll.
Okay. I have 70 in it, just so you
Nice.
know. 65.
Nice, yeah. He like starts and
Oh,
yes.
so sorry. So sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
How can I help you?
Well, I noticed that you were helping this gentleman, and my friends and I are also looking for some bones.
I don't help
But
the
I just
Agor.
want-
This is his place.
Oh, well, I thought you were helping him. I just wanted to let you know that.
I just work here.
So my friends and I will be here. So I just wanted to let you know that we will be here and we'll be searching around the area.
Make a psychology roll.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Hey, the whole time you are talking about you're gonna be here doing stuff, he's just like his eyes are like continually drawn to the Agor and then snap back. And
So do you think that he would mind if we were here?
Yes.
Oh.
This is his place. Yeah, they're his. The bones are his.
Then I should talk to him then. Thank you.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
Well, why not? He would understand.
Watch out for his left hand.
I will. Thank you. Oh no. So I'm gonna go over.
All right.
I will follow.
Okay. So he is crouched. And
I will watch in horror.
But I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get right up in his face or anything. I'll be, just a good way where he can still hear me.
Okay.
And I will say in Hindustani, I'll say, "Excuse me, sir." And he said the attendant did say the Kora. He said
He said Agor. He's an Agor.
Agor. I said, I'll say, "Mr. Agor, sir." Does he look at me? Mm-hmm. I say, I know you're very busy, but I wanted to let you know that my friends and I would like to be able to take a look around your area. Can we?
Go away.
Oh, please. We need to. We also need some bones for our use.
Mine.
I understand, but please, this is important.
Make me a con roll. Speaking of bathing.
The wind.
I did make it,
shifts.
yes.
Yeah, the wind shifts. You get a whiff of this man who you now realize is covered in burial ash and probably fecal matter.
Oh, we thought it was paint, but yes, okay.
And has possibly never showered in his life. His hair is just a matted. You can't even. You have no idea how old he is.
Right. Oh. I plead with you one more time, sir. Please, let us do our duty. What we need to do. We need to have some of these bones.
You can have those, and he points at the bones that the guy is crashing with the mallets.
But they've been broken.
Why do you need my bones?
We need to perform a ritual.
You want to steal my power?
No, not at all. Guy's gonna make a persuasion check, or
Sure. I mean, what are you? You're trying to convince him.
that we're that like him we enjoy the ritual. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Roll it. Let's see what
We're very
happens.
similar, you and I.
Yeah.
That's exactly. So I got almost. I'm almost hard. I got a good. I'm 2 away. I'll do luck. I'll throw 2 more in there.
Must be nice.
All right. So
Well, I'm
you
not.
spend 2 luck, so you got a hard success. And you say to him that, like him, you enjoy the rituals.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Tell him Tenzin sent us.
If you guys point at
king-
Tenzin, I'm like, leap out our
could-
way.
Sorry, I'm not there.
I know.
Tenzin,
I know.
So as this goes on, Tenzin will say to you, without opening his eyes, watch his left hand.
Yes.
When he says that, I turn directly to Tenzin.
So
Has it occurred to you in this day and age there might be a better source for the power for this sort of thing?
No. Like the train?
Like, have we been anywhere that has like electricity, lighting,
Yeah,
or anything
yeah.
like that?
Yeah, here in New Delhi, certainly.
Yeah.
But in parts of India, there's certainly been...
Yeah, I'll point out like street lamps and telegrams and things like that. We have such an array of energies available to us now. Do we really need to be desecrating corpses?
This is not desecration. This is transformation.
Just saying.
You have your beliefs. We have our beliefs. In our beliefs, these cages are now empty. And he like gestures at all the bodies. And it is a noble thing for them to have purpose.
I'm just saying, keep your mind open to the possibilities.
So you
Well,
come,
well, I'm going to be I was being very excited. At this point, what I think I would do is blurt out about the King of Fear. I do think that at this point,
so
I would
you're
be
like we're what when you say blurt out, what are you saying?
what I'm going to say is like, it's like we need to battle the King of Fear. Is the way because I'm so excited. I'm just I need this. We need this. And I'm trying to plead with him.
He takes his left hand.
Yep.
Keep your mouth closed.
And I'm many feet away. Many
And he
feet
wipes
away.
it, and he like, spits on it, and he holds it out for a handshake.
Please say don't look up for that.
I take my handkerchief, wrap it around my hand very stylistically, and reach it out.
I lean to Tenzin. Is she supposed to return the gesture in kind or just shake?
Oh no, he's about to throw it. Make me a dodge roll.
Yes.
What's his range?
Point blank.
Yeah.
You're 30 feet away. I'm like 40 feet behind you.
12.
All right, yeah, you dodge out it.
7, yeah.
You make a very you've been warned. So you come in, get close, and he just looks at you with contempt, and just flicks his hand, and you get out of the way, and he says, "You do not take my power," and he looks at the pile of bones that he has.
All right.
You bring another sadhu to my territory.
I'll back away.
But
No.
I will give you this. There is another charnel ground south of the city. It is less powerful than this one, but there is no sadhu.
Thank you, sir. I back off and just back away because I'm like, oh crap.
Literally.
Watch
Yeah.
out for the crap when you say
Exactly.
as you back up, like, 2 steps
Exactly.
to the left.
Yep.
And he the whole time he's just been looking at Bones, and he just goes right back to it, ignoring you. Tenzin, with you, will say, well, at least he didn't have to get the scorpion.
Okay.
But, and then Tenzin will like stand up on the staff, but I think we're going.
I'll stand up on my cane.
I am.
And from a distance, as you're walking away, Tenzin will bow to the sadhu. And the sadhu just goes, huh.
Helen, what is happening? What did he say?
What's going on?
Why did he throw his poop at you?
He does not want us here. He does not want us to desecrate his grounds, but he did tell us there is another charnel ground that does not have a sadhu on it. And we can go to that one.
Oh, no poop thrower.
That's it, sadhu means.
And we can have someone else make a luck roll.
Yes, please.
So you,
I think we're just gonna go across town to the other.
yeah, okay.
What time of day is it at this point?
It was, it was about an hour out here. You left in the morning, so it's, it's lunchtime now.
I take a little bit of my alcohol.
I am very definitely not hungry, so let's just
Yes.
go to this other charnel
You
ground.
gotta keep your energy up. Also, can we stop by the hotel and pick up the book? You guys are gonna be doing that.
Are you just gonna? You could just stay at the hotel.
I want to see if you'll actually do this.
Oh, so it's morbid curiosity that's bringing you out, right? Well, then we can leave the book behind.
So morbid.
It's my book.
Are you going to go through a lady's things to find it?
Nah, it's playing dirty.
Exactly.
I'm an archaeologist. I have no other way to play.
He's got squirrels for that.
Yes. Well.
Huh. That's not appropriate for children.
No, it certainly isn't.
So you,
Children.
What?
at the train station will tell you, the farthest you can go southeast. And Tenzin says, I'm sure once we're close, we'll be able to feel it.
We're going to be relying on you for that then, because we can't sense these.
I mean, they are quite large.
Well, there's that.
And so, yeah, after a couple hours of trains, you do find your way. This is more broken land, and there are the hints of buildings. There's like, some like a brick cornerstone or something will stick out at random points. And this place, there's no Christian burial ground here, and there are far fewer people. Tenzin will point you to, there are a bunch of cairns, like stacks of, and he says, those stupa tell us this is a Buddhist area.
It's the same sort of thing that the bulls were in.
Yes, that was a much older and more manufacture. That was a much nicer stupa.
Certainly.
But yes, but the exciting part is Buddhists often there will probably be lamas buried here.
Oh.
Holy men, which offer our best chance for skin for the drum.
Yep.
Yep.
Were we smart enough to bring, like, scalpels?
I've got a medicine.
He's got a medicine kit.
I need to stop asking these things, because I'm the person with no luck.
I've got some pliers for the molars you'll need. But I think he's got that too.
Those are called forceps, is that right?
Yeah. So it is,
Sure.
it's
know.
like 2 in the afternoon. The sun, it's warm.
God,
That's hot.
And that doesn't help the smell at all. On the plus side, it does seem to drive the carrion away. They're not they're not out in the heat of the
Carrion
day.
bird.
No lunch then.
So, Doctor, do you have something we could rub under our noses that would help us keep the smell away?
I don't know. Do I?
Make me a luck roll.
Oh, good.
Let's call it a medicine roll.
Oh, well, that's a much better chance, but no.
Okay.
You could push that roll.
If we could spend inspiration.
Oh, push roll. That could go great.
Yeah.
Wait, use one of the monthly ones. Come on. Oh, that was close.
That was close. There you go.
So that is a regular success.
All right,
It's
yeah.
one away from a
So,
heart.
like, you have some, like, kind of menthol stuff
That's-
that you
yeah.
can, like,
Yeah.
put under there.
Yeah.
If you'd fumbled or, like, pushed the roll, you know, like, oh, let me put this, and knock it out.
Does this wine smell like
Chloroform,
chloroform? It's horrible that we went to the same place at the same time.
I still, sorry to go for a tangent. You ever watch Monk?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you see the episode where the lady was using chloroform on her? It says, "Oh, you have a spot on your nose," and because he's so obsessive,
Yeah.
he's like, "Wait, this is chloroform. Did you get it?" She's just standing there like shocked because he's still rubbing it. Did I get it? Did I get it? And he's just knocking himself out with it. She's like, "You gotta be kidding me."
Have you ever looked at the box set DVDs of those? One of them is different and it bugs me every time I see them together.
That's funny.
Did they do that on purpose?
Of course they
They
did.
did, yes.
So Tenzin, when you get to the after when you guys are going to clearly go do something, Tenzin looks at you and he says, "Oh, a Nag Kessar tree. Come, let's sit under it." And it's this. They call them a Medusa tree, and it kind of looks like those monkey tail trees that are like.
Neither I nor Eugene knows of these trees.
They are. It almost looks like kind of like tentacles coming out of this tree, but it's like the branches have these tightly packed leaves on them all the way out, and it looks very similar to that. But this is auspicious.
Take your word for it.
Is it a good thing?
Yes, this is one of the trees found in the 8 Great Charnel Grounds.
Where part of the body was buried. and
Yes.
What
Yes.
body part was this?
Oh.
Oh God.
Or I should almost.
Tenzin says, "Well, I hope it's not the genital."
What would I roll for a chance of like actually knowing?
Oh man. Make me an occult roll.
Oh. Pretty sure it's the genitals.
We're in Fresno.
No, it's 87 though.
Okay.
It's up there for.
Well, it's not a crit fail.
Nah, but.
But it's it's very sitting under the tree, very pleasant.
So are we?
Tenzin gives you the mirror,
Okay.
and he once again puts his katvana in the ground and just is slowly kind of like spinning it back and forth, and it really looks like the skulls are kind of like.
I'm just trying to think, like, what about a depleted battery cell? Like, that had energy in it. It's just a shell of what it was, but you can recharge it.
But these are not depleted.
Well, then use a full battery.
We have any number of full batteries here.
Have we told him what a battery is at this
Gas
point?
tank.
He's been
I would've
explaining it to him. Yeah, he's been
explained
explaining it.
roughly.
Do you use the same battery for the train that you use for the lights?
No, the trains. I think are they all steam?
They're all steam.
They're all steam. No
You explained how this train works.
But they would probably have inverters on the train just to power the lights on a train or something, right?
Probably.
They might have batteries.
I only ask because there's a proper battery for that job. There's a proper battery for your lights. There's a proper battery for this ritual.
Ooh.
But what you don't know is that we can make the proper battery. We have the tools to make things for a job. There could be Sure, and you know what? I almost, because I've been watching this, I want to go off on like processed cheese with him during the whole industrial thing. Like,
Let me tell you about Velveeta.
yeah.
And this is why Henry Ford is a great man.
Oh, the gross stuff.
Hey, it is a creamery texture unlike no other for its time. Unnervingly so.
Unnerving is the right word.
There is no Sadhu here.
And no attendant.
There's like two really bored. These attendants aren't breaking the bones. They're just sort of like walking around, like trying to stay in shade, beating away flies.
I bet at this time of day they're hanging around the trees.
Yeah, there's a pond, and they like sort of go over by the pond, and we'll.
So, we're looking for a young female and a young male.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Don't stroke him up. Okay, and I will use the mirror.
Okay, you pull out the Mekong, so make me a power roll.
Looking at my dice. Just looking at my dice. Why would I use these? These are the worst ones.
Here, we can get you. I'll go wash my hands.
It takes weeks.
How is a regular success?
All right, so you hold up the mirror, and as you sort of run it across the field, you see you got a regular success.
Mm-hmm.
You see there's a little hillock, and as you run the mirror over it, there is a stupa that is built quite high in that spot. And make me a luck roll.
This is why you're doing this, even though I have higher POW.
It's a fail.
Okay. Gonna use it, yeah?
I don't have a lot of luck either.
Sorry. More than me.
Also a fail.
All right. Was it an Amy or a Nick?
No, it was better.
All right. Well,
We don't have a word for that yet.
no?
It's better.
It's a Julie.
So yeah, but as you see, you know where that stupa was.
Okay.
And from what Tenzin said, that probably means a llama is buried there.
Maybe an ewe or a lamb. We should.
An emu.
Camel. Over there was a stupa. Over there.
All right, let's go have a look. Make the way over.
So you have your medical kit. You don't really have digging supplies. Also, you think that showing up at a cemetery, at a place like this in the middle of the day with shovels would probably make the attendants be a little less,
He's gonna make you make digging things out of the bones to dig for more bones.
Yep.
This is twisted. You're sick, Ezra.
I mean, you can find there are any number of digging implements all around,
Yeah.
for sure.
They're called bones.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you want to reenact the beginning of 2001.
pelvis bones make fantastic scoops.
That's what I was
Just
thinking.
saying.
My hip bones.
Because I'll be ranting to Tenzin about the wonders of industrialization.
No, I think Tenzin needs to come over here and see this with his staff of
What do I roll for sheer annoyance to
Seeing.
drive him?
Tenzin has the patience of a 1,000-year-old man.
Oh, he's. I don't know how he doesn't see what potential lays in front of him and what he's just.
So I'm gonna go get Tenzin
Okay.
and say.
So you come up right as Eugene is just like, it could be better. And Tenzin says, it is. It merely is.
I have used the mirror and I have found a stupa that looks important on the hillock over there.
Yes.
Would you like to join us and perhaps help us find what we are looking for?
It sounds like you found what you're looking for.
We are just looking for a stack of stones in the past.
The stupa will almost certainly represent the burial place of a llama. We need the skin of a llama, so you found something that we're looking for. Well done.
That I'll jump in. For you, walking was just. Now we're on trains. It's the amount of time that it took. There are better options.
I think this
walking
ritual
toward the
needs
stupa.
diesel.
I do not know what that would do to the.
We're gonna get some Caribbean drums. It's gonna be incredible. You're gonna do this ritual in style.
Steel drum. What do you need me to do? How can I help you?
I believe we have to dig.
Don't you have tools for this?
I do not believe so.
Do you think it's a good idea to dig during the day when people could see?
I don't know. You say that this is magical. We must use this and that it's part of life?
Yes, but I think, as someone mentioned, some attitudes may have changed in 1,000 years.
Okay.
Well, you could cover yourself with burial ash and strip naked. I think people would leave you alone then. Apparently that's acceptable.
I could fling poo as well.
Stick around for the after show.
How did he poop on command?
I think it was just saved up there.
Bone marrow is very high in fiber.
I like my answer better.
So, who wants a nap?
He'll take a bite of his peach and he'll say, when you reach a certain level of enlightenment, you have complete control over your body. For instance, and he pulls out his ceremonial dagger, which, like, as you look at it, you're like, that would be great for flaying. And he cuts himself in his hand and he doesn't bleed.
Can I?
Yes.
I need to inspect that and see what's happening.
Make a medicine roll.
Does he have blood? That's a 12.
Yeah,
so.
You see the blood. There is an incision there, and there is blood, but it is not moving.
This is one of those things that makes me trust him less.
I'm gonna check for a pulse.
Oh yes, he has quite a pulse. A very healthy pulse.
You can't trust him.
In this ritual, we have to sacrifice you.
Mm.
How do we do that if you cannot bleed?
I can bleed. I chose not to.
So you can dig. You just choose not to.
Do you have tools?
And I point and I look at all the bones everywhere.
If you wish to dig, and he'll close his hand, and the cut is gone.
I think we should wait until dark.
All right. Should we perhaps we should go procure tools?
Yes. And I'm gonna kind of look around again for something else that we might need.
I mouth the words "not human" at you.
Yeah, you think that as long as it's just looking for bones, shovels and picks will probably be good. A bag to keep the stuff in. Some sort of knife. Although his kari will, can be used for flaying. But he'll say, yes, I think coming back at night is better. Do mind the tigers, though.
Oh, we could do it now.
There's just 2 attendants, right? No one else is here.
And they're once again studiously ignoring the the first white people they've ever seen here.
I don't think they'll even do anything, and they're not tigers.
Yeah. And how old are they? It is very dangerous.
Make me a luck roll.
17.
Yeah, one of them is a young man.
Oh boy.
Anyway, we shall return tonight. There will be blood tonight.
There will be blood tonight. There's an episode title.
If there are tigers, I could stay back and read a book.
But tiger isn't here for the tigers.
I know.
Just get eaten.
So you will go back and you get all the tools you need. Like for $1 silver, you get basically for 4 of you shovels and picks.
3. There's no way Eugene's
Are
going
you talking Tenzin?
I was
Okay.
Sure.
Gosh, I mean, but we're gonna have to get on a train with a bunch of picks and.
Duffel bag.
True.
Yeah, you have like a
true,
carpet
true,
bag
true,
essentially
true.
that you have
Gotcha,
stuff
gotcha.
May I have the book?
Are you staying here?
Yes.
Sure.
in.
Wait.
What?
Oh, nothing. That is player information.
What
not character
information?
information. Yes.
I'm
Tenzin,
curious.
Tenzin does recommend getting close to their, before nightfall.
yeah.
Dark. Yeah.
Right.
There's not a gate or anything. There's not like.
Yeah.
So it's not like, but
And then we'll have to have hooded lanterns and everything to keep the spill of the light.
sure. Tenzin will say, I think the moon will be plenty of light tonight.
Is it full?
It is almost full.
Oh, perfect. Out there where there's no lights. Pops, do you have your gun with you?
I have my guns with me, yes.
Excellent. I heard the word tiger. So
Is there a gun shop anywhere? Because my 38s don't scream tiger.
Well, it's just handguns.
There is not. The British Raj is not a big fan of unless you're going hunting. So you could probably.
Actually, we have a rifle, right? That we've secured off of somebody. I mean, I know in the past that we've.
Yeah, you
That's
probably.
other games.
I mean, no, I think
Have
you.
we?
Yeah, I think you got a rifle from.
Being on the caravan.
From one of the caravan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Handguns.
the rifle's a little hard to like.
Oh, from
Carry
the
around.
temple
Yeah.
with the eye stuff.
Yeah.
Because the guy had a rifle and
Yeah.
then he didn't need it anymore.
and we can put it in the same duffel bag as the digging equipment. It shouldn't be much longer than a
Only
pick or a
if you saw
shovel.
it off.
How long are these rifles that you're familiar with, and how are they not as long as like a pick?
Yeah, I was in the military, so they were longer than picks a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't fit one in a duffel bag. I don't
26
think.
inches.
Depends on the gun, I guess.
So yeah, you get to the thing around dark, and Tenzin goes and sits under the same tree, and he pulls out his staff, and whoever's going to be using them along, he will sort of guide you with this dowsing thing, and so you'll get a bonus die on using them along.
That's the mirror. Does anyone else want to try it? Anyone with more power, perhaps?
Problem, I say in player voice, is that my POW is quite good. My luck, however,
Yes.
my POW is excellent. My luck is garbage.
That is the challenge. So you know where the stupa is.
Yeah, I can go and start digging in that area. I'm not terribly strong, but this is something that I'm used to.
All right, so you are kind of off by yourself now.
Okay.
Nobody wants.
But we also needed bones from youngers.
I think pairs, no less. Oh,
He's not there.
He's not there.
Triples, no less.
Well, then are you going to come with me and help dig?
Yes.
Well, then let's go in and dig and get
dig.
the skin side of things handled, and then we'll start looking for bones, I suppose.
All right.
So Tenzin,
Tenzin, you're on Tiger Watch.
How big of a drum do we need to do?
Tenzin is gonna when you go to dig, he'll come with you and he'll supervise the removal of skin.
With his knife.
Yes.
He actually he says you are clearly very skilled in this department.
I was at one point.
And so yeah, you dig and there is a kind of mummified, leathery corpse of a man. It is covered in dried plants of some sort and a weird white chalky substance. Not like painted on. And Tenzin will explain, those are the 3 white substances. There is milk, curds, and ghee.
Oh, the butter.
Yes. Those 3 things, along with mineral salt, preserve the llama.
That's fascinating.
This llama has been dead for quite some time.
How long, do you know?
Oh. He led a fascinating life. He died 200 years ago.
Oh, it's much more recent than corpses I'm accustomed to.
He was 300 years old.
Must have had quite the life.
The Ugor believe that eating human flesh is the key to eternal life.
I'm gonna look around for any zombies at the moment.
You don't see any. You don't see any.
And do you hold to this belief?
No. Everyone knows it's peaches.
Ah, yes, of course. Right. Pops.
So he'll say, the back, all the way down to the rear, is perfect skin for this. So we just remove only the skin. If we have fat or anything else in there, it will it won't be as good for the ritual.
All right.
So make me a medicine roll.
All right.
As you get down with not great light, but you've not done this before, but
Wow.
100?
No, but I would love to re-roll.
All right.
It is a 90.
Woo!
But you need to change
Why
dice,
reroll
mate.
when you could push the roll?
5.
Ooh, wow. All right. So
Yeah,
there is
take it
like there is like a second as you like come down with your scalpel and look at this mummy by moonlight, and you're just like, what the hell am I doing? But then you just tamp that down and you just perfectly, like, you cut the skin comes off like vellum. Like there's just a
Oh, it's like skinning a squirrel.
No, at this point, I'm looking out to make sure nobody else is watching.
It doesn't seem like there's anybody else here.
All right.
And so, yeah, you have, Tenzin's like, oh, that will do quite nicely. Here, I'll hold that.
And I hand.
Right? He folds it up. And it's like leathery. Like you have, because you've done stuff like this before, I'm not having you make a sanity roll, but it is like weird and leathery and like not great. And he just rolls it up and tucks it in a bag.
Did you get enough to bind a book as well?
Let me get the face off of it.
Ooh.
And he says, well, and now all we need are the bones.
Right. Any guidance in that department?
He looks at the mirror. And so he'll
grumbly and like, anybody else want to look at a mirror?
You know what? Here, give it to me.
So from where you're standing, he takes his staff and he draws a circle. And then he makes a dot in the middle of the circle. And he takes his staff and he starts to, like, again, slowly roll it back and forth. And the skulls are looking this way and that. And so you have a bonus die on this power roll.
All right.
What about not a bonus die in the power roll, but a bonus die in the luck roll?
Those are 2 different rolls.
55 regular success.
Okay. So you know what's funny? Like every once in a while, like this module has been like, and this is sort of after show stuff, but like it's been totally like, breezy in this thing, and then all of a sudden there's like a mini game for making this whole.
Oh, jeez.
It's like when they make this roll, what is the quality of the bone, and that will affect. That's a modifier for the ritual and that sort of thing.
Stars.
So table on page 168 tells me that you got. Okay. Now make me a luck roll. You with the mirror as you're passing along, you see a family laying a young girl down near a pile of bones, and you, in like stop motion, you see her body just decay down to the bones, and there is her femur. Now make me that luck roll.
You're a brat, sir. 15 out of 11.
All right, you could push it. You keep the mirror on for a little while, and you see that the woman, this young lady, you see that she died of natural causes. So it's not the best bone that you could get. It's not the worst bone you could get.
No.
Did you want me to do one?
So apparently, I can see one, but the young lady died of natural causes, which... Yeah, Helen, why don't you give it a try?
I will try.
Yeah, it's all...
Make me a sand roll, too.
Yeah. 87 on the nose.
There you go. You're surprising. You lose one.
My sand is shockingly good.
Yeah.
All right.
I do pull Gwendolyn aside, and just he's gonna hear us no matter what.
We can step a little ways away because I'm gonna go stand where the bones are to just be like, this is the spot of a not perfect but adequate.
He's all seeing. He's all hearing.
What do you want to say, Pops?
Maybe we don't want the best bones.
Maybe not. But if we're following along in this ritual, we want to make it easier.
Do we?
If we're following along on it.
Right?
And if we're not, then that's another discussion, isn't it?
Okay. Try and get the best bones we can.
Tenzin has made it clear, by the way, you're not doing the ritual tonight.
No.
Tonight you're just gathering this.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to split off from everyone else and go and stand on the spot where I saw the girl and like stand next to the bones.
Okay. So make me a power roll, and you have a bonus die.
Oh, right. Bonus die.
So an extra 10. Oh, there's a 20. I see it.
Yes, 20. And my power 65, so yes.
All right. So
That
that is a hard success.
yes.
Okay. Make me a luck roll.
This one's not quite so much. Stay. Okay.
Cthulhu guide you.
Oh.
All the zeros.
It doesn't matter how high your luck is if you roll 100.
Friends, we're going to go to a break right now.
Shit.
Because nothing bad ever happens when we go to a break when we fumble. We'll see you in 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
Wasn't that what it
That's how the universe ends.
7 months.
Yeah, I think it was more. Yeah, it was several months.
There's
No,
not even a crowbar involved this time.
Oh.
You wanted one, but there was no. That's not an archaeological tool.
we will be back just as soon as 7 people. Well, they're not. They should have used the bathroom.
They can use the bathroom when
As soon as 5 people use one bathroom.